Gamers Podcast.
This one I want to talk about how you got into movies.
I actually, I just obviously got a bit bigger on YouTube and promoted all that stuff. Just kept spiraling with that. And then I went to a Comic-Con in Birmingham to see Scott Adkins. Again, a fan, so I was obviously meeting different people. Met him, got on with him really well. Had a really good interaction. Went home, thought nothing else of it. It was like, oh, have a good day. And then he messaged me on Twitter and was like, hey, have you got the photos and video? Because I did a backflip next to him, held kicks with him and different stuff. And he said, you've got the clips? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll send them across now. So I sent them to him. And he said, oh, by the way, when are you free to train? And I was like, whenever. And he said, oh, I just want to come down and we can train a little bit. I was like, oh, cool. So we come down, then we trained, got on really well with him, just did a few training sessions. And then he just said, look, do you want to be in some of the movies and different stuff? And I just said, nah, I'm not really interested.
Who are you, man?
So that's how it started. Because I was, again, like I said, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I was enjoying what I was doing, enjoying the YouTube side of things. And then it was only about 6 months later then I kind of just went, do you know what? Yeah, I actually do want to try it out and see what it's like. So then I gave him a call and just said, look, I know I said no a few months back, but I'm really thinking about it and just see whether I should try it. And he said, yeah, weird enough, we've got a movie coming in 2 weeks. You can play a robber in it. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
How long ago was this?
2015? 2015.
About 8 years ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Yeah, when that was my first movie, was Eliminators. So I did that scene, and it was the robber scene coming into the house, and it was. Looking at it now, it's actually quite an intricate scene. I didn't think.
Oh, I gotta put that scene right here.
Yeah, but I did that and was like, he was really happy. I was happy, enjoyed it, and then he's like, I've got another part. You're a robber in this, so you got balaclava on. He was like, there's a policeman scene in 2 weeks' time. Do you want to do that? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do that.
Do you remember the first experience? Sorry, how was it like to be on the set? And did it felt much different from what you do and film it? Because obviously now you have to follow someone else's lead. There's director, there's ADs and all that stuff.
Yeah, I kind of didn't mind that. So, like I've had direction my whole life in martial arts. Different people learning different things off. I've always got a thirst for knowledge. So it's like, if my dad was saying something, I'm just gonna listen. You know. So when obviously I'm in that setting, I know other people know more than me. They got more experience. I trust them. They're going to tell me if something's bad. I felt quite comfortable. And I think from traveling the world already, doing different seminars and meeting different people, I wasn't, like, I think if I'd done that, like, before YouTube, I would have been like, oh my God, what's going on here? So many people, I'd have been hectic and crazy for me. But I think I was just a bit more calm. I was obviously very nervous. It'd be in the first kind of time, but I kind of know how to control my nerves at this point. So it was more like, okay, I got to go in through the door. These are my beats. This is what I'm doing. It was more about doing the choreo though. Like now, obviously, I'm way more experienced. So, rather than just doing choreo, I can perform the choreo as well with the acting side of things. So, you learn and progress, and hopefully, keep progressing.
So you were fine.
Yeah.
That's the answer we're looking for.
Yeah,
I was fine, Renars.
Well, I was okay. Looking back at it now, I could have done a lot better. But obviously, with the knowledge I had at the time, I think I did an alright job. Good. Scott was happy with it, so that's
I know that I was fucking nervous as fuck. And funny enough, the other thing we have in common, I started in 2015 myself. That's where I qualified for a BSR. Yeah, well, I didn't have so cool jobs like you with the Scott Adkins. I did some bullshit, weird shit at the beginning, but I just remember, like, I think that was my second or third job. I was on TV series Sherlock Holmes, and I was playing, again, a Russian terrorist who gets shot. And I had squibs. For those who don't know what squibs are, it's basically those little like detonators with like little bags of blood or fake blood. And as they point a gun at you and shoot at you, there's this dude in a bush who sits and presses the button and they explode. So it looks like you get shot in the blood, whatever. So, and for some reason I was like worried about it. I don't know. And the thing is, like, they would shoot me, and it was the really loud stuff, and we had earplugs. I could literally hear my heart beating, and I was just like, and like, I hope I do the right reaction and stuff. I was very nervous. I remember the first couple of jobs I did. Now it's like it's.
Oh yeah, mate, everyone's like that. I was nervous. Like I said, you just know how to deal with it, but you're inside, you're like, oh my god, God. But like outside, you look quite calm. Like it's the same when I've done seminars or performances and different stuff right at the beginning. You know, and then the more experience you have with them, the more comfortable you are in that setting. It's just how it is. Like even interviews, like you know, at the beginning, I'd be like, oh my god, interviews, podcasts. Oh my god, this is like I can't do that. Now you're just like wherever.
No, I think the podcast is the best ones because you can just do whatever.
It's more relaxed. Yeah, interviews are a bit different. Obviously, again, the questions after question, but you know, this is kind of a more relaxed setting, isn't it?
Yeah. So your godfather was Scott Adkins, basically, in the very beginning. Coincidence, your favorite movie, one of your favorite movies, Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather.
Hey, I thought I got it wrong.
No, it is.
Is it?
No,
we're going to touch upon that a bit
fight
later.
scene's not so great in it, but
oh, come on! I don't think that movie is about fight scenes.
It's got the biggest miss I've ever seen. Have you seen it?
I don't remember.
Oh, mate, you're gonna have to watch.
Wait, no. Are you talking about when they were fighting outside?
Yeah, the trash cans.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, I do remember that one. That was a huge miss. Oh, look at me. I never pay attention to that stuff, but
thank God the movie's brilliant. So
no one cares about it. You can miss a meter away. When we're talking about miss, the stunt people, it's about when they shoot, it's like you have to have a connection. It looks like it's connection. It's not actually, but it was the wrong angle, or it was just very far punch and stuff.
Yeah, I think they just done it as a one and just left it.
Yeah, fuck it. Looks
they were like, oh, it looks
real enough.
Yeah.
Not today. Today is a very different ball game. Okay, so this is how you started, almost 7-8 years ago, and then you did some more projects with Scott, and then how you got in some other projects.
No, I didn't. I've only done one to this day. The Eliminators. Yeah, right. You said I did good. Didn't never call me back. Nah, what happened?
You were
then?
just too good, and Scott is like, shit. He's gonna steal my limelight. Oh no! If things would work out differently, maybe you would be in John Wick 4. When the fat costume running around.
Oh my God, Jesus! No, actually, what happened after that is I got caught wind that I started doing a movie, and Marcus Shake Chef just big up Marcus.
He's a really cool dude. Like I think one of the only stunt coordinators who we have now who's still capable to do all the kicks and tricks and just crazy.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant at what he does. Really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically, I trained with him a bit in Cardiff Central, not knowing obviously, you know, he was going to progress, or didn't even know the structure obviously of stunts or anything, you know. Then, and I just helped out Scott, and he said, "Oh, I just heard you helped out Scott and so and so." He's like, "Can you send me a CV? Can you send me a couple of clips of you doing stuff, and I can get you on Wonder Woman for a couple of weeks?" I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So I did all that, rushed all my CV and show reel and stuff, sent it across. Got on for 2 weeks, did the job for the 2 weeks, thought I was up, and went to the American team because it was a joint production, so it was UK and American team. Went up to the American team and, you know, said, "Hey, you know, thank you for having me. I've learned a lot, really appreciate everything." And the American coordinator went, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh shit, have I done something wrong here?" And he was like, "Nah, you stay." And I spoke with Marcus the other day. I was like, "Oh, okay." And then Marcus was like, "Yeah, I forgot to tell you, they were happy, so yeah, you're gonna stay." So I ended up then doing like crazy run on that for like 7-9 months.
Nice. I did 2 extra days on Wonder Woman secretly because I was a stuntman. I was not allowed to do it. I actually
naughty boy.
Naughty boy. I told a couple of days ago to Marcus, he was not happy.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know,
you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, I guess, if you're struggling.
Okay. So then it started with Marcus.
And then I went away to do an American tour, seminars. And whilst I was away in America, the late Brad Allen emailed me and asked me if I wanted to be part of Kingsman.
Wow.
So then I literally come back from the American tour, did Kingsman.
Kingsman, the first one?
The second one.
The second one?
Yeah, the Golden Circle.
Yeah. What did you do in that one?
Doubled Sir Elton John.
Flying
sidekicks and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a little bit longer the scene.
Yeah,
Sir
Elton, right.
Yeah, Sir Elton John, yeah.
Because I remember that when it came out, I saw some posts.
Oh, mate, you were on like stories, Sir Elton John, mate. That's crazy. Like that's like.
I worked with him on Rocket Man. Yeah.
Oh, wicked, mate.
So
he's was super nice.
I was hired in that movie because I can dance. that was the reason. But he wasn't quite poor health to be fair. Like he had some issues with his back. and he came over, like he flew in a helicopter, then got in a car, like Bentley, drove 2 seconds, got on the set, and said hi to everyone.
Mate, super nice though. Like I thought he was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Like,
so you had a like quality time with him?
Yeah. My first interaction actually is like, because I got to wear a bodysuit, like especially back then. I'm a little bit heavier now, but I was even more skinny back then. And I had a bodysuit, but obviously we'd only put it on when it was the scenes for him. So then I'd be out of the bodysuit, just be in normal clothes. So I was just in the back, normal clothes, watching, just observing, making sure everything's going good, just looking after, obviously, who I'm doubling. And he looked over and he went, "You." And I was like, he was like movie sketch written all over. I was like,
is it really me?
Me?
You looking
me?
for...
And then I looked up and in my head I'm going, fuck, what have I done? Have I done something wrong?
Shit.
Did I do something? Have I offended? Walked over to him and he was like, "I like your top. Is it Gucci?" I went, "Nah, I got it in Zara, £5 in a sale, mate." Like that. And he started laughing because he just liked how I spoke back.
Yeah.
And then he just said, come sit with me. He just sat there then. And he just literally for 20, 30 minutes just talked about everything.
That's so cool.
He was awesome. Like super nice.
What did you guys talk about?
Family, everything. Literally loads of different stuff. He was just really friendly, really nice. It was awesome.
That's awesome. But you're much taller than him, aren't you?
I don't know, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I think the face, I got like kind of the drama head kind of thing, so it was perfect for when they put all the face replacement stuff on.
What? Wait, it wasn't your real face? Because you guys practically look the same.
No, they put obviously the dots on my face.
Yeah, that's cool.
But also in the Hammersmith then as well, because that was a scene in the bowling alley. But in the Hammersmith then, there was a moment in between changing camera lenses and all stuff and angles, and it takes like 30 minutes, right? So he was by the piano just waiting, and then it was like a kid just doodling. Like he just started playing around with the piano, and then he just went boom and broke out into a massive song. And there literally was 5 stunt performers just in the front row, and he literally just performed for about 10 minutes for us.
So cool.
And we were just like, oh my god, this is like unique moments you're never gonna get in any other profession. Like
that
it's
is
crazy.
Amazing.
Blah blah blah. Bruno's podcast.